Wednesday, September 17th. Welcome into another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green. Quick recap from yesterday, guys. 1 and 2 dropped 1.1 units. Again, I do not like this time of year in baseball. Not betting the rest of the season. Haven't been betting for the last week. Really tough time in baseball, but we did win on the Mets. We lost Kansas City. We lost with the White Sox. 3 more leans today. Nothing even close that I would look to play. That being said, there is a little look-ahead game tomorrow that I'm actually considering. I probably won't bet it, but probably my best look here in the last couple weeks. Again, guys, I apologize for the disappointing basically week, 10 days here on Daily Dingers. Again, just a really tough time of the season for baseball. If you want to fade, I don't blame you whatsoever. Again, I'm not playing these plays. These are just leans that I'm finding on the card, but really just trying to coast along until the playoffs at this point. 2 quick shout-outs here, guys. Got to rock the West Michigan Whitecaps, the High A affiliate of the Detroit Tigers. Win the Midwest Championship last night. So great season for them, great season for all of the affiliates of the Tigers, and great season for the Tigers as well. So we'll see kind of where the ceiling is for this organization. Another quick shout out, guys. Last night, Ben and Bobby went live on our YouTube channel. They do every Tuesday night. Go over all things fantasy football. Go over the waiver wire. It's a very interactive show. People get in the comments, ask, about guys if they should target in trades or start sit questions, waiver wire edition questions, all things fantasy football. They were on there for over 3 hours last night, brought in 11 new subscribers. So absolutely unreal. Awesome job by those guys. Really great to see the new influx of subs. And if you do play fantasy football, if you're really big into fantasy football, I suggest you go over there, check them out. Again, it's just a very interactive show. Hop in the live chat. They reply to everybody who comments. So really great job there. That puts us only 9 away from 1,100. Just an absolute great night of growth here on our channel. So really appreciate those guys. And then we are going live again tonight, Wednesday night, to break down the entire Week 3 NFL slate. So we'll start at the Thursday night game, go all the way through the Monday night game. Again, a very interactive session. We invite you guys to all join us live tonight, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, as we break down the NFL slate. Again, very interactive. Hop in the live chat, ask us questions, comments. We get back to everybody. So really encourage you guys to check that out if you are an NFL fan. But this is a baseball show, so we'll stick to baseball from here on out. Let's get into the plays here. Again, guys, don't love this card whatsoever, but first game up, actually the first 2 games are going to be very familiar. Padres and Mets playing game 2 here. Mets, again, minus 125 home favorite, plus 105 on San Diego. Going right back to the Mets. We'll keep it short. I said yesterday I think the Mets are a bet on here to end the season. An 8-3 victory yesterday over San Diego. I like them here again today. They do have David Peterson on the mound. They have Nick Pivetta going for the Padres. I give a big edge there to Peterson. I know Pavetta's having a really nice season, but I do prefer Peterson at home in the spot, in a play-on spot here on the Mets, who I do just think are going to win a high majority of their remaining games on the season. Finally putting some distance between themselves and the Giants and some of the other teams kind of creeping up on that final wild card spot. I think it's the Mets to lose, and I don't think they lose it, so I like the Mets, minus 125. We're going right back to them for our first play. Second play up, got this one wrong yesterday, but we're hitting it again. Kansas City Royals, money line, minus 125, hosting the Mariners on a 10-game win streak. Again, we'll keep this one short too. Mariners on a 10-game win streak, and now they're underdogs, plus 105. Yeah, that line's fishy. I'm going to take a stab at Kansas City yet again. The Mariners really, they're comfortably in the playoffs at this point. I think they have a 3.5-game lead on the next team fighting for the wild card spot. They really control the division right now. They're still a half game ahead of the Astros, but 4.5 from the Rangers. I do think I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if the Astros win the division, but I think both teams do make the playoffs. I don't think the Mariners are in much danger of missing the playoffs here. Line is very fishy. We have Cole Reagans on the mound for Kansas City. Bryce Miller going for the Mariners. Yeah, I don't give a huge edge to Reagans, but maybe his name carries the price a little bit. the line's fishy. For lack of really liking anything on the board, we're going to take another stab with Kansas City minus 125 on the money line. And the final game up, Texas Rangers finishing out their series in Houston against the Astros. Astros have taken games 1 and 2, basically eliminating the Rangers from any sort of playoff contention. I believe they're 4.5 games back from a wild card spot now, or 4.5 back from the division, 3.5 or 4 back from a wild card spot. Yeah, there's just not enough games left, in my opinion, for them to catch back up. I think their season's kind of over, but I don't think they fully know that yet. And this is really their last gasp. They have to take this win here in Houston. Just because the team has to win doesn't mean they're going to. But with Jacob deGrom on the mound, really their last-ditch effort here. We're going to take a stab, minus 130. Yeah, Houston needs it just as much, but they also have a matchup with the Mariners on deck here. So, I think they could shell it in just a little bit. Make sure they save some arms for the Mariners. They do get a day off in between, and they welcome them into their home stadium. So it's a pretty advantageous spot for Houston. But we're going to take a stab with the Rangers here, again, for lack of really not liking the card at all, or the MLB this time of year. But, guys, that is a quick video there, quick recap. Mets moneyline minus 125, Royals moneyline minus 125, Rangers moneyline minus 130. Let's hope to at least go 2-1. We would definitely take that, take a little bit of profit to end this losing streak that we are on. Again, guys, we ask you to consider joining us tonight in our live show as we go over all the NFL football games for Week 3. So if you do like NFL, if you bet on NFL, again, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, consider joining us. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. If you are one of our 1,091 loyal subscribers, we really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Consider liking this video, guys. If you enjoy the content, drop me a comment down below. But until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a profitable night. Hope to see you tonight in our live show for NFL Week 3. And we'll see you in tomorrow's episode of Daily Dingers, brought to you by Better and Green. Thanks again for watching.